All right, working for your wallet here. You know, the government shutdown, it's over now, but many local families are still dealing with the financial fallout from all of this. I'm joined by Scott Ashline, a private advisor at Ashline Financial, to discuss how families can stay on track, get back on track. So many people impacted by this.
Yeah.
If they had their checks didn't come through, or they were furloughed, or it was a portion of it, what's some of your advice and tips for those folks in that unfortunate situation?
It's a good question. And what's funny is the government shutdown, doesn't it seem like that was eons ago?
It does.
I know.
And but if I was missing a paycheck or two, it would have felt real fresh.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
and that's what people don't realize. A lot of those people affected are now getting paid, even though it, opened up. So
Sure.
it's a question of, how did they bridge the gap?
Yeah.
Right? You know, did they go into debt? Was there emergency funds, that they were able to use?
They could have a max out credit card,
Yes.
multiple at this point,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
So, I mean, I think the key is, so what appears to be you're getting suddenly now a quote unquote bonus, a lump sum.
Sure.
Don't go to town and like, let's take that bonus and spend it
right.
on something fun. We got to first use that bonus and pay myself back. Pay myself, pay off maybe what we call bad debt, high interest credit card debt, or replenish a savings, rainy day slush fund.
Sure. Yeah. And if it was a larger amount, does more come out because of taxes? And in essence, they lost a little bit because of this whole ordeal?
It shouldn't be. It should keep them in the same tax bracket. But I think, what we always tell people, Eric, is, try to pay yourself first. No one is really hardwired to save money. And we see this at every income level.
Well, especially now, things cost so much.
That's right. It's, so if you can, we always say capture money to save and invest before you spend it.
There you go.
And then, not go crazy.
Sure. Credit card debt, you talked about that. Finding that highest interest credit card, paying that down, because you don't want, we're talking 25, 30% on some of these cards now.
With payday loans.
Robbery,
had to go to payday loans and things of that sort. We look at it, there's good debt and bad debt, right? Good debt being like a mortgage or student loan, really low, generally low interest rates, and bad debt, so go after the bad debt first.
Okay.
Tackle that. Even, people will say, I want to have a savings account. Well, if you build up a savings and you're getting 2%, does it make sense to be paying 17? So pay that.
Sure.
First.
We've had wonderful folks like you on the show before saying, hey, always have an emergency fund, always have 6 months of savings. This was probably the reason why, right?
Yes.
We just experienced.
Yeah.
Can we learn from that?
We can. So what's interesting, Northwestern Mutual did a study, and they said 7 out of 10 Americans feel like depressed and anxious about money. It's a huge, that's huge.
Right.
So we always encourage people to have 3 to 6 months and of a safety net,
buffer there.
buffer, but it's easier said than done, and we've seen that. And don't beat yourself up. Try to take baby steps. That's why I say if you're getting this lump sum, use some of that, to recoup your savings.
Yeah, and a 2-month emergency fund is better than zero, right? So if you can't get to that 6 month, you got something there to fall back on.
Yeah.
Hey, we got the holidays coming up here. Sale after sale. We were just talking about all the electronics. Buy it now. Throw it on a cart.
Right.
We got to pay that bill at some point, right?
Yeah. And this is when people really find, when they're doing all this shopping for their loved ones, they often think of things, this might be good for me too. Yes, they buy with their heart. And, a lot of people might be getting a holiday bonus right now, same as those people affected by the government shutdown. You're getting a lump sum, don't spend it. Don't spend it. Pay yourself first. Capture money to save and invest.
Prioritize.
That's
Scott, where can people learn more about you, your wonderful services, and if they want to get in touch?
Ashline Financial, we're located in La Jolla, and it's just a pleasure to be here.
Local guys helping you out here.
That's right.
Making sure your order at home financially is all looking good there. Thanks, Scott, for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Good to see you.